What's going on, you all? Welcome back to Renegade Gaming. Today we got a special FIFA 23 announcement video, but kind of explaining the thought process and ideas that me and my brother Royce, aka JJ Tubb, link is in the description, end up talking about today. We got FIFA 23 on our mind, so let's jump straight into it. You ready, Royce?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Thanks for having me.
Of course, absolutely. Now, we did do this last year as well, and I'm going to be honest, I think that I failed in what I was going to do last year because, things happen and plans change and all that stuff. Me personally, this year, though, I'm going to try to stick to a routine with FIFA 23. And me and my brother Royce already talked about this, right? A lot of people, play Ultimate Team and they grind out Ultimate Team at the beginning, especially because EA Access, it's such a limited amount of time to get used to the game. They want to get all the cards, they want to get a head start before everybody else in the FIFA community. Me personally, I'm going to do my best, and yes, a lot of people may not like this, as in the sense of content creation and stuff like that. I'm going to do my best not to touch Ultimate Team because the fact of the matter is Ultimate Team, regardless of who plays it or how good you are or how not good you are or how much money you spend on the game, it is a toxic mess. Okay, it's not a game mode that I truly enjoy because there's so much wrong with it. There's the pay to win concept. There's also the bugs and glitches that you have to deal with. There's regional things as well that happen, say, during your matches, where if you're not playing someone from your region, it's going to be a laggy match every single time. It's a really messed up system. It's scripting. It's a bunch of BS. If you don't have the meta players, you're kind of screwed. You know what I mean? And what I'm going to do now is pass it over to Royce because he's gotten this experience through Ultimate Team as well in the past, right? He's gotten it in FIFA, what, 21 or 20, Royce?
What for the first time I
When
played?
you here, right? When you started playing weekend league and stuff like that, I'm talking about.
That would have been 21. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, 21. Like me personally, that is not the game mode that I want to push forward, especially on my channel. Now, yes, a lot of people like it, like it because I rage and stuff like that. But raging is not healthy for me and my headspace. So that is definitely something that I'm going to try to avoid. And real quick, right before I pass over to Royce, what I'm going to be focusing on, guys, straight up, is career mode mainly. A lot of career mode content, a lot of career mode, but also online seasons because that, in my personal opinion, is the best sort of judgment to how good of a FIFA player you are when you can basically use any team that you want without having a situation where you got to spend any money. No, it takes skill to play online seasons. Like getting up the ranks into Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, you have to be pretty damn good at the game and have a team that you're great with. And another thing that I may be really interested in is having, viewer versus viewer battles and stuff like that through online seasons. Like trying to change it up, right? Player career mode, and online seasons is what I'm going to be focusing on this upcoming FIFA 23. So I'm going to pass over to Royce and let's see what he has to say about Ultimate Team first and foremost, and then he will talk about his idea of what he's going to be doing and playing alongside the channel.
Definitely. Well, if you guys don't know me, I'm Royce. Been on the channel a few times. Well, actually more than a few times, but in terms of Renegade rants and things like that, been on here a few times. Giving my thoughts. Last time, more specifically, I believe was my rant against FIFA 22. I think at that time, for me personally, I was just really fed up with the game. I really didn't like the fact that a lot of the game, uh, mostly the gameplay more specifically, it, it it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel entertaining, I guess you could say. It just felt like a I think I told this to Dom a few days ago. I said it feels sluggish. It feels like a like you're playing with like bricks in a sense, I guess. Like everybody feels slow. Nobody feels as fast paced as they did in previous FIFAs. Like with higher rated cars with like 99 pace and things like that, they feel super slow for some reason. On top of that, the pay to win aspect, I didn't like the whole weekend league setup. I think this weekend league setup was probably worse in my opinion, even though like there were some advantages to getting your rewards early and things like that. I don't know. It didn't seem like there was really that much of an incentive to play. There wasn't really anything to look forward to. They cut down on games played and things like that. Cool, but I mean, I couldn't care less. I'm not grinding out on crappy division rivals gameplay just so I can go ahead and get smacked around in the weekend league up against guys with Pele and Maradona and 99 Ronaldo and things like that. So I mean, FIFA 22 Ultimate Team was a complete mess. FIFA 22 in general is a complete mess. I've said it before. I had more fun playing FIFA 20. So I'm definitely not gonna miss FIFA 22 at all. In terms of FIFA 23, though, Ultimate Team doesn't look to be in my plans. I may play it every now and then. It really depends. Now that I'll be practically full time in school in person now, I probably won't have any time to play Ultimate Team. So career mode's definitely going to be the way to go, I think, for me. Seasons, if I do want the online competition, which is something I definitely want to do, is grinding out seasons, see how far I can go. I think max tier I guess I finished was I think season 4. I think it was like I think that's what you call it. So definitely something that I want to try and attempt to do is get into that final like the season 1. I think that's what they call it. I'm not really too sure. Um, and then yeah, definitely a whole lot of career mode. I have a lot of ideas of challenges that I want to do. More specifically, I want to try to rebuild like a club that has like no money and try to build it through the youth academy and the free agencies and things like that. Trying to do some one season wonders with Liverpool or Manchester United, things of that nature. On top of trying to take MLS teams to glory and seeing what I could do there. Maybe even some career mode battles as well, which is something that me and Dom have been doing since FIFA 20, I believe, where we take over the same team and we rebuild them. Sometimes we'll do only one team where we can't sign the same players and have to try to build our team up the best we can, or we'll do one where we can try to win the World Cup and have to win the league or something like that. We'll definitely see, but definitely something that I want to do on my channel and on his. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think there's some good things to look forward to in FIFA 23 for sure. Um, the player career mode, and I don't know if you talked about this on the channel before, Dom, but the player career mode is something that is apparently getting revamped with more cutscenes and features of new features. So that should be something fun to do as well. Probably at the start of FIFA, maybe. Not too sure yet. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that we can go ahead and do and enjoy that isn't Ultimate Team. Not sure what they're doing with Ultimate Team this year. To be honest, I couldn't care less. Um, and yeah, on top of that, we're gonna have the World Cup mode as well, so that's gonna be something cool to do. Maybe we'll have like a England or United States or whatever team that we want, trying to rebuild them. So definitely things to look forward to, and more specifically with career mode, World Cup mode, and seasons, and maybe even pro clubs. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, 100%. Here's the thing with the World Cup mode, right? Is I already see what they're going to do with the World Cup mode. But first, what I will harp back on was what you were speaking on about grinding through these seasons and stuff like that. And your
Right.
highest, as they call it, just like an Ultimate Team, your highest division was 4.
Division.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
so pretty much it's the same construct. It's you
Mm-hmm.
get into Division 10. That is the lowest of the low. Your goal is to win out on Division 1 and stuff like that. And what's also
Mm-hmm.
nice about it as well is it can help with the channel. I feel like recording a specific team if you want to talk about a certain team. So say you want to talk about Manchester City, then you use Manchester City in online seasons, have that
Mm-hmm.
gameplay in the background while you talk about it. And that's another thing
Exactly.
that I want to incorporate into my content is real world football, talking about real world football. And the only way you can kind of do that, like quite frankly, is through online seasons, because you're using the players who are live, right? It's their actual ratings as of the time that they're playing and stuff like that. And it's really helpful, to kind of navigate. And then when people are talking about this team that's on the screen, you can kind of see those players who are playing and running around. But yeah. Like Roy said, we will be doing some career mode battles and stuff like that, viewer battles, all that. Like, a lot of things are going to be changing for this upcoming FIFA. Things that people just don't really do. Because, obviously, as we know, the market for career mode and Ultimate Team is super oversaturated. But if we can think of better ideas, right, more consistent ideas that's not copying other YouTubers or anything like that, we'll be set for basically the whole cycle. There's a couple YouTubers I watch, and they're super unique in how they approach things, and they're doing certain career modes that intrigue me, that entice me, but they're doing it by themselves. And like Roy said, the career mode battles and stuff like that, Royce may be streaming on YouTube while I'm streaming on Trovo, you know what I mean? That way you can get both views of the career mode from our perspectives and stuff like that, and that's really, really helpful, you know what I mean? Having that experience, seeing both screens, seeing what people are doing. But yeah, he also talked about the player career. Player career is interesting for me personally because I actually want a system with the player career where we actually have some challenges in sight, like things that we want to do throughout the career, teams that we want to join, leagues we want to join, right? I honestly want it to be a long experience because FIFA 23 drops September 30th. That's my birthday. And the next game that I will be getting is going to be Modern Warfare 2, which we will have a video on that and chatting about that as well, our plans for that, probably right after this one. Like, straight up. Like, my mindset towards FIFA is, and always has been, how can I maximize the game and play it all year, right? Have it set up to where it's one of the only one or two games I play, because there's just so much to do. That's the beauty of FIFA compared to all the other games, though, Royce, like Madden and 2K, is that you got so many options of teams around the world that you can basically, like, put a team from rest of the world, you know what I mean, and put them, like, into the EFL League 2, EFL League 1, you know, and grow them from that. Now, yes, it's a challenge, especially if you don't bring in the players who are, you know, from that league, specifically higher rated players than, you know, what you're working with. But yeah, like, that's the beauty of career mode. There's always something you can do. And another thing is, now that I'm playing on PC, I'm going to be working on mods and stuff like that that allow me to have an even greater experience and full control over the career mode, like being able to customize players, right? Being able to edit their names, like being able to do stuff that they don't allow us to do right now in career mode. Like, in my personal opinion, they should not have a confidence rating or a manager rating in your manager career, in my opinion, because the fact of the matter is, say you, like, here is a great example, Royce, right? When you play a career mode and we got the career mode battles going on, we can basically have the same team, but the save is going to be different because transfers and stuff like that are always going to be random. And the manager rating is cool, don't get me wrong, right? The board wants you to complete objectives. That's cool, but it gets tedious after the third season when it's like, okay, sign 6 youth academy players, assigned to the midfield defender, and it's like, bam, my team's all 90s. What do you mean sign youth academy players? It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? So, here.
Go ahead.
Real quick. The last thing I'll say about that is it's because here's the thing. With PC mods and stuff like that, you can have a thing that's called a cheat engine, right? You subscribe to someone's Patreon, they have a link and everything like that. They constantly update that mod. They update it throughout the entire year. So say you pay like, what, $9 or $10 a month just to have that mod constantly being updated, new player faces, new things in career mode. Like, that is something I will actually spend money on because it's actually, it gives you full control. And you can make your manager rating 99 all the time so that you can have flexibility and not have to go off of what the board says, you see. And I want that flexibility instead of, you know, having to adhere to the board when literally my team's already set and ready. I got plenty of backups and everything, and they still want me to get a player from South America. It's like, what? No, like, I already have everybody. Like, Why
Yeah.
why do you want me to bring in, more players who won't fit the mold of my team and the construct? And hopefully that's fixed in career mode as they drop the trailer tomorrow, which is August 1st. So that
Yeah.
should be interesting to see what they talk about. But Royce, please go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. And personally, for me, I think the manager rating in terms of realism is cool. It's the bugs and the glitches that come with the manager rating, and the fact that we don't have the option to, I guess, turn it off. So I mean, it's in a sense, I think that well, not even in a sense. What I'm trying to say is that we should have the option to turn off, like at the beginning of the same save. We should have the option to turn that off. Like obviously, I mean, it doesn't really give it necessarily a challenge to it in a way, but I think it doesn't really matter because the objectives that they're giving you don't really hinder, I guess, your personal challenge, if that makes any sense at all. So me signing 6 youth academy players or whatever they want you to do doesn't really. I'm not focused on that because I'm focusing on my own challenge where I'm trying to get top four. Within 3 seasons or something like that, you know what I mean, or trying to win the Champions League or something like that within 4 seasons. So, I mean, they should give you an option to turn that off or do whatever. Like I don't really care how they do it, but fix the manager rating for sure. Because there were some times where you would join a different team and then you would get sacked while you were first in the league for some reason. And literally every single time you would go from, I don't know, like England to, I don't know, Brazil or something, and you would be top of the league in Brazil. And next thing you know, for some reason, they're trying to sack you at the end of the season because even though you've done all the objectives. So, I mean, there's a lot of glitches and bugs with it. That's something that definitely needs revamping or just an entirely new thing or just not have it in there at all, like Dom mentioned. Um, but yeah, I mean, career mode is definitely one of those things where, in my opinion, it's the best game mode in the game. So it needs to be their top priority. Obviously, they're not going to make it their top priority, but we need new features. We need new gameplay for sure for these challenges or for these game modes. I think what they're adding that's cool is the cutscenes, the new like cinematic cutscenes and things like that. They're going to be having more atmosphere outside of the stadium, seeing the fans, pile into the seats outside, buying shirts and things like that. So that's definitely going to be cool to add some realism to videos and stuff like that, or get you fully immersed into the game. I know they added a new speaker sounds. If you have a PlayStation 5 controller or PlayStation 4 controller, they'll have sounds that come from the speaker when you score a goal. So I mean, things like that is cool, like trying to immerse us into the game. But it's definitely the little things that do need to be added or updated. And I think we have pretty much the best game mode that you can find in any sports game. Um, but yeah, definitely the challenges though are for sure going to be great. I have a few ideas of challenges that I want to do. Like I said, and Dom as well. He's on board. We talked about this in terms of some of the challenges that we want to do, and I'm really looking forward to it, especially with that trailer dropping tomorrow. Like you said, I think the addition to play with real managers is being added to the game, according to a lot of sources and according to the thumbnail as well. So that's going to be cool. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with it.
Bro, 100%. 100%. Here's what's interesting, though, right, Royce? In a way, here's why I. Here. So, the hypermotion technology, all this stuff that they're adding. Royce, I hate to be negative on this, but you weren't really a fan of FIFA 22's gameplay. Is that correct?
I don't like it at all. I think it's
Okay,
horrible.
okay,
It's
okay,
really bad.
okay, okay. Now
Yeah.
here's the thing: they're adding more of that ultra realistic stuff that you were. Here's the thing: the word you were looking for when you were talking about the gameplay, about it being sluggish and stuff like that, it's emphasized, 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 emphasized.
Yeah.
Every movement is emphasized. It's extra. Heating it's extra, right?
Your animations rather than you actually dribbling the football.
Yes, what it is it's like they're moving through quicksand, trying to turn their entire body around like a truck. You see, so that's something I hope they tweaked and they fixed it and passed it and made the game a little quicker. Because Royce, if the hypermotion technology is upgraded, hypermotion 2 is what they're calling it. If all this stuff is being added to the game, brother, I hate to break it to you, but the gameplay is pretty much going to be super similar to how it's been over the past 2 years, 21 and 22, because of the added hypermotion animation, and stuff like that, which people have already been talking negative about it and haven't even played the game yet, because they see the things that EA's adding, the more like thousands of animations, new animations and stuff like that. That's great, don't get me wrong, but like we talked about, they need to tweak the things that are already good instead of revamping everything, starting new again. Because this is the last FIFA in the installment. This is it. Like, this is their last hurrah, basically, before EAFC 24. Like, this is their chance. And what they're doing, in my personal opinion, is cramming everything into 1 year where there's going to be a lot of bugs and a lot of glitches. You see what I'm saying? Which is not going to be fun at the start of the game, especially if you're trying to chill, play some FIFA, and have a good time. My thing personally, here's the thing. Me personally, with FIFA 22, had the best team that I've ever had in Ultimate Team and everything like that. I had a great time. But then it got to the point where it just started wearing down on me, right? It honestly doesn't matter if you have a God squad or a crappy squad. It does not matter in Ultimate Team. Because if you don't enjoy the game you're playing, it doesn't matter. Like, you can play it mindlessly, of course, but then in the back of your brain, it's like, why am I forcing myself to do something? Here's the thing. Here's the issue with Ultimate Team, Royce, and you were spot on about it not being able to fit in your schedule, because going back to school, possible job as well at some point, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're going to be doing things, you know what I mean? Playing sports, all that. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? It's basically a job. Ultimate Team is basically a job. And I don't care what any one of my viewers says. I got a bunch of viewers who play Ultimate Team who all they came to my channel for was Ultimate Team back in the day, right? The old Renegade, they called me. The old Renegade, right? Oh, he's going back to being the old Renegade. That's cool, right? But here's the issue with being the old Renegade, right? It's basically a full-time job. Check it out, okay? Here's the system that Ultimate Team runs on. And by the way, Royce, you can't play Ultimate Team part-time.
Oh, no.
Didn't want to say it, but yeah, like that stuff, man, you gotta be watching all the streamers and making sure which players are you going to be buying next and stuff like that. How you going to upgrade your team? Squad building challenges. It's a chore. It's a chore, and you're not even getting paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The only reason why I was able to play Ultimate Team as much as I did in FIFA 20 was because COVID hit. That was literally the only reason.
So much free time. So much free time.
Yeah. Other than that, bro, I was grinding out seasons in career mode. Seasons on the weekend, career mode throughout the week, and it was fine. But yeah.
This is coming from someone who spent 500 hours on 2 separate accounts. 500 hours total on 2 accounts playing Ultimate Team this year, okay? This is a job, okay? You have to, let me start out the week for you, okay? So first, you got to get your Division Rival rewards. That goes until, I think it's Thursday when you get your rewards. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Have about 3 or 4 days to grind out rivals to get your rewards, right? And there's no guarantee that the rewards are going to be good, okay? First things first. Throughout the week, you're probably swapping between players and getting your players ready for war on the weekend, which is the weekend league. That's 20 games, right? Here's the issue, okay? Ultimate Team sucks you in with these beautiful card designs. They suck you in with the glamour and the glitz. And they suck you in with these streamers who just promote, who spend all this money on the game because that's their job, guys. Remember that. These YouTubers you're watching, that's their job. I'm not going to call any of them out because you guys know who they are, right? That's their job, okay? They can afford to get their money back because you guys are donating to them. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, they're getting paid per subscription as well, like on Twitch, you know? So it's like they're going to make their money back, right? They can put $1,000 on their credit card and be able to pay it back in less than 2 weeks just because of their viewership and their audience and everything like that. And their multiple streams of income. They got Twitch, they got YouTube, they got Facebook. Like, they got so many options to pull from money. You know what I mean? So here's a reason why I'm saying this, because a lot of people will get offended when I say this, and at the end of the day, I don't care if you get offended if I say this. Okay? A video game should not be a chore.
Mm-mm.
It should be entertainment. It should be fun. You spend a couple hours on 3-4 hours. Okay, I'm chill. Let me go ahead and do something else. But the issue with Ultimate Team is over the course of the years having played it. I've played it since FIFA 19 consistently, right? 19, 20, 21, 22. Consistently. At the start of each FIFA, EA Access, 10-hour trial. All those hours are going into Ultimate Team. Just so that I can say I got all the strong cards before everyone else got on the game, right? And that gives you an advantage. Okay? It does not take skill to play Ultimate Team. I'll say it again. It does not take skill to play Ultimate Team. It takes, probably 5% skill, 95% players you have. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
5% skill, 95% players you have. Now, obviously, in the past, I've come up against, dream teams and stuff like that and smacked the shit out of them, okay? But that's because that person had no clue what they were doing. And all they did was grab mommy's credit card and just spent money. Now, for those of you who actually grind out the game, more power to you, right? I didn't spend a penny on any packs or anything like that, and I got probably my best team ever just by grinding out the game. Was it worth it? No. Because the fact of the matter is that's 500 hours of my life I can't get back. You see? Playing a game mode that is toxic and really bad. It's not healthy, right? Weekend League is not healthy. Division Rivals damn sure is not healthy. Those game modes affect your mentality, affects how you act in real life. It affects you, especially if you're a hyper-competitive person like me. So again, you go ahead, play your Ultimate Team, guys. Just don't be trying to say, hey, Dom, play Ultimate Team. Hey, Dom, play Ultimate. Don't be saying that, okay? This is a video that I'm going to set up 2 months before the game released. I'm letting you guys know this now so that people aren't like, why isn't he playing Ultimate Team? He was supposed to be playing this. You know what I mean? Don't ask, okay? And that may turn off a lot of people, but don't ask me, okay? I'm going career mode, grind, player career, maybe pro clubs if it at some point becomes cross-platform. Then I'll play with viewers and stuff like that for sure. I'll play that up, right? It's just don't ask about Ultimate Team. Everyone and their grandmother plays that game mode already. Don't ask. Don't ask. You got thousands of content creators who already do the same shit, and they all have the same teams, okay? So y'all can go over there if that's what you want to watch. If you want to watch some great career mode content, you will want to watch some online season matches, right? And commentary in the background about real world football, then this is your channel. If it's not, then you all can go somewhere else. Just don't ask about Ultimate Team. I'm making it clear now. Royce hears this, and everyone who watches this is going to hear this. Don't ask about it, okay? Point blank, period. Hard stop. It becomes obsessive. It's an obsessive game mode. It's an addicting game mode, right? Where if you don't break the cycle, you could be playing it all year and then wake up one day and wonder, why did I play all that for crappy rewards that aren't guaranteed and stuff like that? Or why did I play like that and rage at a video game when it's supposed to be fun? That's FIFA, okay? That's Ultimate Team more so than FIFA in general. Obviously, there's rage moments in career mode, of course, but it's not at the extent of playing a real person and then it not being in your control, okay? So, letting you guys know that right now. But yeah, what I'm going to do is leave Royce off with his last words, whatever he wants to say, and then we'll wrap it up, guys. But I do appreciate everyone for listening to us talk about this game. At the end of the day, I feel like it is going to be a quality game. It's the last FIFA title, so it should be hopefully great and enjoyable and satisfying. My thing is, I love how the players moved on PS5 and everything like that, and now that they're going to be adding the next-gen stuff to PC, it's basically going to be perfect. You know what I mean? It's going to be perfect for me personally because not only can I get the next-gen gameplay, but I can also get the mods and stuff like that like I'm playing on a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, you know? So it's literally perfect. I love that, you know? So, Royce, I'll let you close this out. Whatever else you want to say to the viewers and stuff like that, whatever else you want to talk about, let's close it out.
Yeah, definitely. I guess I'll start off by saying one thing that I am disappointed we didn't get from FIFA 23. Very underrated opinion, but I wish we did get to see Alex Hunter getting called up to the English national team, but I don't think people are ready for that conversation yet. But yeah, definitely wish we got could have got that instead of Volta. But I think they're adding Volta with pro clubs now, so there's that. Um, yeah, like Dom said, it looks. I wouldn't even say promising. It looks like it'll be decent. I won't say it looks good. I won't say it looks great because graphically and gameplay wise, I highly doubt there will be much of a difference come January. So won't get my hopes up. Won't, I guess, completely say it'll be great, but I'm looking forward to career mode. So yeah, I mean, there's that. EAFC in 2024, FIFA 23 this year, the final FIFA. Hopefully, they can end off with a bang. Other than that, we'll just have to see. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, 100%. Guys, once again, please go ahead and subscribe to JJ Tubb. That is his YouTube channel. He does short films, not only short films, he also reviews movies, the hottest movies out right now. Over the course of this past 2 months, 3 months, he's been weekly almost, literally every Friday after he's seen a movie, he basically goes ahead. It's a short review, it's a quick review, no spoilers or anything like that. Go ahead, check out his channel. Link is in the description. He's growing quick, he's growing fast. And obviously, he's going to be starting adding his FIFA content and stuff like that to that as well. Even Modern Warfare content, which I'm really excited about. So, guys, I love you guys. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from personally. My headspace in FIFA 22 was not in the right place, especially playing Ultimate Team. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Obviously, guys, there's still so much to do. You know what I mean? There's so many options to do. Obviously, if you guys have any suggestions of sort of gameplay things we should be doing in FIFA 23 as a whole, let me know. And let me know what career modes you guys are excited for as well. Okay? Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll talk. See you all later.
Peace.